Oh, says I'm live. God's Black Knight, author Chief Blackbear. So, I got a boat up in Monterey County, and there's a character that I watch on the internet every once in a while, pretty often. Well, he hasn't been doing shows lately, but West Coast Wizard, and he's up there in that area. And my boat's right there. I mean, I'm afraid to say where my boat is because I've been afraid because I'm so stocked and everything, and I'm hesitant to. Okay, so here's what happened: is somebody blew up the Moss Landing power plant. Like it's what they do is like some state of the art facility to where they stored electricity in lithium batteries. Excuse me, I'm just getting my coffee here. And this is not a double trouble show. This is only Chief Black Bear, and hopefully somebody will show up to watch the show. Somebody's here now watching the show, but only one person. Hopefully some more people will show up. Check to see if the chat room works, whoever you are, because I don't know. Everything looked different trying to get the show ready to go. And so you're not going to be new to this channel. Oh, who do we got? P. Miller. Good seeing you there. So you're not going to be new to this channel or new to this show. You're not going to be some buddy just falling off the turnip truck watching this show. So you're going to know that I'm in California already, and you're going to know that I know this character named Boat Rat Matt, who has a boat, and he was real glad when Santa Cruz, like a couple of weeks ago, didn't wipe out his boat. Like the hey there, CGO, how's it going? It's good seeing you. Like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the waves were like 50 feet tall up there. I'm in Santa Barbara, by the way, and it knocked the restaurant off the pier, it knocked like a crane in the water and all that. But it like knocked down the pier and everything up at Santa Cruz, and then the waves like went in the harbor and flipped over a bunch of docks and boats and everything, and it was just catastrophic. So I was all worried about my boat was going to get totaled out, and I went up there and checked on her and worked on the engine. Everything was great. My boat didn't take in a drop of water, held up good. It's like the giant waves didn't go in that harbor, which is right there by the power plant, just like right across the street. I mean, the harbor's right across the street from the power plant, and they're storing electricity in lithium batteries up there. And somebody just blew the whole place up. And so, it looks like something Chief Blackbear would do, but I think it was the West Coast Wizard. But they might have teamed up. I don't know. I just don't know who blew up the power plant, but somebody blew it up. But here's the bad news: is that it's polluting the air, and they can't put it out. They're just letting it burn because they can't put it out. It's too hot. And they're just letting LA burn too because they can't put that out either. And so the air, well, it's not bad here in Santa Barbara, but it's bad everywhere else. And it's going to, if the wind blows, it'll come up here. So I'm worried about the air quality in California. Well, mostly just here in Santa Barbara, but it's not that bad yet. And I got planned to get my daughter out of here in February, but I don't know if California will last that long. The pressure's on. We got to rebuild this horse trailer, and she's got to do some work to her truck. We need to get the hell out of here, like quick. But I got to come back. I'm just going to get her to, safety off the battlefield, and then I'll come back and do battle. Help out the chief and the wizard, take care of business. But I got all this shit going on. I'm not even allowed to leave the state without permission. I'm not allowed to own guns. I'm not allowed to live where I want to live. I just get that stuff either. So yeah, they're trying to make it where I gotta stay here in California and breathe up all the air. And what it is they're closing. They hit the mountains and come down like they did in the Thomas Fire and the mudslide and everything. It'll mess us up. And so they're kind of like devaluating the land so they can buy it up cheap. Yeah, it'll pass, but you know, no telling how much cancer I'm going to get breathing up all this air. I've already got enough skin cancer just from not having an ozone, I guess. But I'm worried about all the burning lithium going into the air. And they had to evacuate the whole place. Nobody's even allowed up there. Hey there, Joni, how's it going? It's good seeing you there. Yeah, you missing P. Miller? Like they hacked my computers and everything, and I couldn't do shit. I had to upload stuff from my phone just to let you know that I was still around. Yeah, they hacked all my computers. I can get online. It's a complete pain in the ass too. Give me a computer. There's a most space tomorrow that my daughter's taking. So it's in San Diego. And then we got to try a way to get there. And that's going to suck. Just have air, but I'm going to take out for a truck because it needs to be, pull that air either. Yeah, tired. Excuse me. For a man here. 7 people watching. I like that number. 0.07, by the way, if you didn't know that. Any new people, that there ain't no new people. But yeah, I was looking at the statistics and stuff, and they just don't put my videos out there in front of nobody. They just don't do it. It's like if you're a subscriber, you might get notified that I'm doing a show. But if you're like just somebody out there on YouTube, they're not gonna put my videos out there or the Chiefs videos. Now we're down to 4 people watching. Guess some people don't like my show too much, but that's okay. It's not made for everybody. But yeah, California, man, it's getting dangerous, man. It's like not even close to safe. My daughter, she's doing online school now because the schools are so ridiculous. And she got a 100% on her biology test, which is pretty good for her. I mean, she used to make A's all the time. She still makes A's. She made like 1B last year, but the teachers, she wants to be like me, and I told her the secrets not to grow up and to never let go of that inner child. You share my YouTube shorts on Telegram? Right on. Thank you. Yeah, that's God's White Knight stuff. I haven't done anything on Chief Blackbear as far as shorts because I don't even try to promote this channel because they won't do it. They just won't let it happen. Which I like not having this show put out in front of everybody because it gives me more freedom knowing it's just you guys watching. It's like the tribe or the family or something. And you guys all know me pretty good, so I don't have to be so perfect. Though I had you guys going the other night when I was talking about turning Malibu into a smart town. You guys are like, "What, Matt? Wearing a mask or what?" Hitter H, how's it going? But yeah, I was talking about like loading up Malibu with the Cinco de Killer tree, the Killer Ways at the Cinco de Mayo gig trees, and the LED lighting, and the turning the PCH into a bike lane where you're not even allowed to have cars. Turn Malibu into a build Malibu back better. Build back better Malibu into a smart town and Pacific Palisades. We'll give all them rich folks like 10, 20 cents on the dollar for their vacant land. Hey there, Cherry 411. How's it going? It's good seeing you there. Glad you guys are showing up watching this show. But yeah, now all them beachfront houses are just vacant beachfront lots. So I've said give all them rich people like 10, 20, and they can't have insurance. Like, they canceled like most people, especially in Pacific Palisades, they canceled everybody's insurance and then burned them out. And did you hear about the you guys know that color blue like on the J there with Joni or on Cherry 411, that shade of blue. Like in they have it like in awnings and umbrellas, and like in Lahaina, people would paint their roof that color, like the Fat Lady opera singer. They paint like the color of Cherry 411 right there. They would they would paint their roof and their cars that color, and it didn't burn in Lahaina. And so now there was a Volkswagen bus down there in Malibu that was painted that color, like Cherry's 411's color there, and it didn't burn, and all the other cars did. It's a great place for Oliver's horse farm and Trump's Trillion Trees. Malibu? Yeah. After when it built it back better, yeah. Oliver would do good in Malibu. He's pretty close now. I got to worry about evacuating him, and now we're tearing apart the trailer. He's not that close, but he's in danger, and we're tearing apart the trailer. But I can set him loose, and he can get free and run to the beach. But I heard from doing shorts that in a fire, people let their horses loose because their horses will get away automatically. So yeah, and all the trees are in danger. Shoo! But what's interesting about Pacific Palisades? If you look at all the pictures where the whole place is on fire and you see all this, looks like hell. Like all the buildings are on fire, but the palm trees are not on fire. How come if the fire's that hot that it's burning all these stucco buildings and bricks and steel cars? How come the palm trees don't burn, but the cars and buildings do? So yeah, Trump's tree and trees are pretty safe, but the buildings are done. We should turn the Santa Monica Mountains and Pacific Palisades and Hollywood Hills into Trump's trillion trees, right, P. Miller? Yeah, the blue recycle bins, they don't burn it. It's that shade of blue. Yeah, that's what color we have here in Santa Barbara. Is that color blue, the recycle bins, but those things don't burn up. That shade of blue, it doesn't burn. I mean, I know why, and I guess everybody in the chat room knows why that shade of blue does not burn. and there ain't nobody, gonna see the show other than you folks in the chat room and the rest of the 131 of you. If even 131 people watch, usually I get like 105 or 107. Usually it's 107 people watch, and then after a month it'll go up to like 108. Very seldom reach 131 views anymore. I used to like average out at like 131. But all you guys know why that shade of blue doesn't burn in these extremely hot fires. But and they're blaming the one in Pacific Palisades on they got a bunch of like illegal immigrants to get out there with a propane torch or something and get caught lighting it as a diversion or distraction. I mean, yeah. The illegal immigrants lit like this little fire, but they didn't light all them buildings on fire. Bro, it's thousands and thousands of buildings, like over 10,000 buildings burned. I mean, more buildings burned than trees. Yes, CGO, you got it there. But I don't know if you're allowed to write that, so you might delete that. That's a CGO, what you wrote there. If anybody doesn't know what she's talking about, I mean, that's pretty much why that shade of blue doesn't burn, because it's programmed into the computer to skip over that color. But it's kind of interesting that color just doesn't burn. The fires would be as hot as you can imagine. I mean, burn up Space Force and everything else, but not that color blue. Well, we used to call it the Mountain Dew, but they got it where it comes out of a pyramid or out of a mountain and shoots up and kind of arches over. I used to call it Gabriel's Ark. Yeah, Gabriel's Ark. Remember Mountain Dew, Gabriel's Ark? Back in the day, we used to talk about that stuff. The Mountain Dew and the black goo. But yeah, the black goo's adding up in people's blood systems too, and like you know, everybody knows that the idea is to turn us into like part human, part computer. The the Playboy Mansion didn't burn. I would have thought that would have burned. I would have thought that'd be the first thing to go. But yeah, they had to the people, the homeowners had to like go. They weren't allowed to go home, and they had to like go through the tunnels to get to their houses to get their money and stuff that they had to leave behind. So they had to go like sneaking through the tunnels to get back home to get their money and stuff. Yeah, I don't know where that observatory telescope is. It looks like they saved the Getty Museum. That was about to go. Man, they had it. I saw the hill burning, but I think they saved it somehow. But they ain't gonna let the Getty burn, man. You gonna hit. That's gonna have to be a direct hit. But yeah, this the air is my main concern, and then you got to worry about the earthquakes. Like as soon as they get us all worried about the fires in the air and the ocean and the mudslides, here comes the earthquake. But yeah, I think California is going to be the first state to go. And they used to say there's going to be 13 to 15 cities lost, and I think Los Angeles will probably be the first one to go. Area 51 out of there in the Tide Pods. I don't know about Area 51. Griffin Park Observatory. Where is that, Joni? I mean, what neighborhood's that in? Is that like in Pacific Palisades or Hollywood or what? Did it already go? I don't know. I don't know anything about the observatory. You know, I'm not from Santa Barbara. I just been here for like 35 years, but I don't really get into going to LA at all. I know I can't say it. Jediah K. Happy weekend. I'm going to a motocross race tomorrow if we make it there. And then you've been missing the show, Jediah K. But they blew up the freaking power plant up in Moss Landing. Yeah, earthquakes and tsunamis. I mean, that's what's on the way. That's what I'm kind of worried about a little bit. I just want to get my daughter out of here. And then I don't know about taking Oliver and Olivia. It might be smart. My daughter can take both of the horses where she's going. She's going to horse training school, and she's doing real good with her little filly. She's a mare now, but my daughter's got her totally jumping like real high, and doing a complete course, and she's doing great. And she's going to like horse training school like next month. She's going there, but there's going to be the polar vortex along the way that we're going to have to like drive through the polar vortex to get there, and then they're not that prepared for it. I even asked the owner of the ranch if they're prepared for the polar vortex, and they are not. And the owner told me like they're the girls, like the kids, they're they're not really children. They're like my daughter is, but most of the girls are like 18 or older. But my girl's only 16. So my girl's still a child, but the other girls are like 18 or 19 or whatever. But they have like their own 5 bedroom house on the ranch. And then the owner's got like, a new house that she built. But the owner told me like, if power goes out and there's no heat, that the girls can stay in her house and like huddle up around the gas fireplace. Like, I mean, it'll go out too, but they're not prepared for the polar vortex. I specifically shook her down to see if she's ready for it. And this was back in like October. Like my daughter planned this out back in like October, to be going to school on the other side of the country. And yeah, like, it is there at DC. And that's where it's going to happen. But they're not prepared for it, man. I mean, they've been through it before, but they just don't learn their lesson. The only good thing about it is that they're all too smart to come here. See, what I was always afraid of when you do the polar vortex over that part of the country, that everybody comes here. And like I was always worried, like when they do when they burn out LA, that everybody was going to come here, which I always thought they were going to like burn out Black Lives Matter, and that they would come here. And I was worried about that, but they burned out all the rich people, and so now all the rich people came here. It's kind of interesting. I watched one of their cars the other day because they're like a family and they're staying with my car wash customer, and they got burned out and had to come here. Which, I mean, there's tens of thousands of people that got burned out. So where are they going to go? Santa Barbara stands to reason. A lot of them are staying in hotels down there in LA, and like they're pretty happy with that. They might. Well, they're rich. They can get this. It's like vacation now. Oh, let's go stay at the Hilton somewhere. But I got a feeling like California is about to get hammered like you can't imagine. Yeah, volcanoes and stuff like that. I don't know if there's a. Is there any volcanoes in Mount Shasta? What you got going on? Like places like Mount Shasta A lot of these mountains and volcanoes is you got like creatures living underneath. You know, the mad scientist always lives in a volcano. Well, that's kind of the way it is. Like you got all these mad scientists like teaming up with the Nephilim and stuff down there underneath a volcano. But I hear Yellowstone's going to blow. That'll probably be after California. But we might have some volcanoes in California that might blow. But it's all coming. So, and we'll blame it all on P-Mert. Yeah, the wizard. He's real quiet right now. You notice how he's not doing a show. You know, with the reverse of 701, he's all noisy. He's talking. But yeah, the wizard, he got a construction job or something for cover so he can go off and do all of his dirty deeds and then say, "Oh yeah, I just work in construction. I'm general contractor building this house." Paramount Volcano, that's here at Mount Shasta. Yeah, I heard about that fault. Yeah, whatever that fault they're talking about blowing it. It's supposed to happen a couple days ago, but it didn't. I don't know if they're, how they're going to do this. I mean, I don't know. Chief Blackbear's got his hands full with everything. It's like he's all, getting ready to take care of business. Like he's just getting warmed up. Like he's kind of been on vacation for a while, and now it's starting to get hot, and the Chief's getting back into the groove. So we'll see what he does. He's all ready for battle. I'm not sure how involved the chief was with that Moss Landing power plant. Yeah, the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, that's pretty much a done deal. I see like CGI stuff where it gets hit with big old waves and knocked down. Yeah, excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired. I guess I got to get up early and go to the motocross race. Yeah, my daughter's friend got a motorcycle today. My daughter found her a good deal on a motorcycle. So now they can ride together. They're off with boys, little motorcycle chicks hooking up with motorcycle dudes. Not hooking up in the sexual way, I don't think. You know, they used to say hooking up, like just like hooking up, like not like having sex. And then they turned it into that. Later it became like, having sex. But it used to mean like meeting or getting some weed or something. And I say, yeah, I'll hook you up, bro. But they don't do now. Hooking up is referred to as like a sex thing, like a one night stand or something. I don't think there's going to be very much safety for the inauguration. I think that thing's a high risk. Jediah K. I think PMark's at risk. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so tired. I hope it ain't that freaking lithium smoke coming down here. I haven't been yawning in a long time. But with the inauguration coming up, there's about a 50% chance that it goes smooth. Trump gets inaugurated without having to pull his gun out. I've seen Trump when they like start firing off bullets, man. Trump's the first guy to, he reaches like, Trump's like, and he goes straight for his piece. Like he's ready to, square up with the shooter. He didn't that time when Fusco was there at Butler. Trump didn't reach for his piece that time. He just reached for his ear and then he dropped. You guys remember that Fusca was there, right? I know everybody knows who Fusca is and remembers Fusca at the Trump assassination thing. If I was going to guess on an executive order signed, I would sign no more money to Ukraine or Israel. But no, I got no idea what kind of executive orders he'll sign. Let the J6ers out of jail. Yeah, I think he'll let the J6ers out of jail. That'll be the first thing. That would be my guess. Would be the main thing. Letting J6ers out would be the first thing. I was almost one of them, man. I didn't have gas money to get there. Thank God. If I could have had gas money to get there, I probably would have got arrested. I'd have been the guy stealing Pelosi's laptop. Me and the Viking. I think that I went over that last week. I was talking about I'd have been the guys. Me and the Viking would have been stealing Pelosi's laptop together, and we went over who the Viking is. And you were on the show, Jedediah K. You know who the Viking or the shaman is. All you guys do. The geologists are all here. Are you here in California, CJO? Because you're saying they come to study the UT faults. Yeah, the shaman, but do you know who he is? Jedediah K. You know, the Viking, the dude that stole Pelosi's laptop on January 6th. A lot of you guys weren't here when we were talking about it last week. Yeah, super soldier shaman. But Joni, why don't you tell the guys in the chat room, what his first name? I mean, there's a couple brothers. No, not Trip, but it's close. He's older. Um, but anybody ever heard of Ezra? But they say the ghost of Ezra. There's some people, yeah. But there's also the possibility of Josh. But anybody ever heard of the ghost of Ezra? That's who the ghost on Nino's show is the ghost of Ezra. And then verses 701 used to talk about Ezra a lot. But somebody has a child named Ezra. And I think, Joni, doesn't somebody have a child named Ezra? Yeah, Josh is younger than that. Isn't Josh and Ezra brothers? Yeah, Jedediah K. Yeah. But doesn't that guy have a child named Ezra and Josh? Is that true, P. Miller and Joni, or anybody that knows that the guy Jedediah K's talking about has a couple boys named Ezra and Josh? Is that true? But anyways, the Viking is supposed to be the guy Jedediah K's talking about is the Viking's dad, the shaman's dad. So that guy that Jedediah K's talking about, you know, sent the shaman in there to do J6. And he had to do time. The shaman had to do some time out of it. Yeah, CJ 411, that's it, right. But the shaman is either Ezra or Josh. I'm not sure which one. But his dad is the person that Cherry 411 and Jedediah K are talking about. So yeah, he got arrested out of it. Boy, I'm yawning again. I don't know what's going on. I hope I'm healthy. So yeah, it's a good thing I didn't make it there because I'd have got locked up. I'd still be in there. I'm about to get locked up anyways. I didn't even do nothing. But the J6ers, they didn't do nothing either. I'm about to get locked up for the same reason right here in Santa Barbara. I mean, same type of reason. I mean, they come after me all the way here in Santa Barbara, basically for supporting that freaking chump P Mert. And I don't even support him that much. I mean, I talk more shit about him than anybody. I blame half of this stuff on him. By the Salton Sea. Oh yeah, I know where that is. I've seen that. Is the Salton Sea dry? It's like the desert or something out there in the Mojave Desert. Are you CJ? You seem to know a lot about California. But yeah, I've seen the Salton Sea on the map. I guess it's a dry salt lake or something. But yeah, I think it's in like the Mojave Desert. I don't like the desert very much, man. And I try to stay out of it. I mean, I burn up. I burn up here. I got to find somewhere where Irish folks are supposed to live. Maybe Idaho or something. I don't even know, man. It's like the whole country's not even worth it anymore. It's like the whole place is so dangerous. I don't know where to go. I got to figure something out though. I was planning on taking my boat to just anywhere, Costa Rica or something. Now I got to worry about all that lithium burning and falling on my boat. Wales has Irish folks. Do they? I don't like the English though. I don't know if I could hack out being that close to England. I'm not sure. You know what I'd like to see the Americans do? Like, like Pemer was already talking about making Canada a state. I think we ought to hook up with New Zealand and Australia and United States. I don't know if Canada's too far gone. And I don't know about Australia and New Zealand either. I think they're all too far gone. And so are we because we're all freaking brainwashed by the English. But yeah, I don't know where I would go. So I might as well just stay here for a while. Other than on my boat, just far away out in the middle of the ocean, I got some nice, beautiful islands right here, 20 miles away, and they're pretty safe. And even Catalina Island might be relatively safe. Well, what's up with the yawning? Man, I never yawned so much in my life. But there ain't something happening to me. We need peace. How's it going? Good seeing you there. So we're talking about the chief or the wizard, I'm not sure who, blew up the Moss Landing power plant. Now I can't even get up there to check on my boat because I had to. Hey, Cindy Pratt, how's it going? It's good seeing you there. So, yes, Cindy, I can't get to my boat because it's burning up the power plant's all freaking lithium batteries. They were storing all the electricity in lithium batteries, and then either the chief or the wizard blew it up. So now I can't get to my boat because they poisoned all the air. Did you hear about that, Cindy? You are, well, you're kind of close, not that close. I know Cindy's in California still. She's a dumbass like me. 131. Did you know, Joni, that Cindy adds up to 131? Cindy Pratt adds up to 131. You didn't hear they blew up? Yeah, they freaking blew up Moss Landing power plant. You better hope that the wind's not blowing your way, Cindy, because the wind probably is blowing your way and all that shit's getting mixed in the air. They can't put it out. It's like that freaking nuclear thing in Japan. They couldn't put it out, and so they're just letting it burn. But it's all going into the air, and no telling what burnt lithium will do to your lungs or your skin or anything. I mean, I already got enough freaking skin cancer. But yes, and you better check on the on the wind pattern and check it out at Moss Landing because it's about your latitude, and the wind's probably blowing. It's probably a westerly wind blowing your way, and you're not very far away. You're like less than 100 miles, which is pretty far, but not really if the wind blows, especially if it blows like 30, 40 miles an hour. The smoke can be there like in a couple hours. It could be here pretty quick too. Yeah, I didn't watch the news either. I just found out. I heard Nino say something about it. He said Moss Landing. And like, what? And then he goes off talking about something else. And then I looked it up on Google. I mean, like, what's going on in Moss Landing? And they blew up the power plant. He was Chief Blackbear. Yeah, it falls on farmland, but that's where all our food comes from. I mean, totally right, Cindy. I mean, all of our food comes from right there. There's nothing but farmland, and it's putting all the freaking burnt lithium on all of the food. They're not just going to, well, luckily they already harvested it. It's usually all green up there, but now it's all like just dirt because they just harvested everything like a month or two ago. They might be planting seeds or something, but even if it doesn't land on the food, it comes down and lands on the soil. And then, you grow the food in the soil. But yeah, that's our full on salad bowl. Yeah, they got a lot of oranges. The oranges are blooming right now. I got a couple orange trees here, and they're blooming. That's like my emergency food. But yeah, I wouldn't be eating any of the food from Monterey County because I mean that lithium's going to get all over everything. They had to I don't even think you're allowed to be there. Like they had to evacuate the whole place because like the air is unsafe. It's 3 hours from you, but how long does it take for the air to get there is the question, Cindy. It's 3 hours by car. It's almost as far from you as it is from me. And I'm worried about the air coming down here, and I'm worried about the air from LA coming up here. And then I'm worried about them doing other places. That it ain't over yet. They're going to do other stuff to mess up the air in California. They're like poisoning the air. And so, those of us that are here, probably why I'm yawning so much from breathing up the poison air. I'm just reading. Hold on. Oh, your uncle passed away. I'm sorry to hear that. He's here in California. Well, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it will blow around the world, but it'll blow here in California first. But it'll go your way. I mean, it'll just like turn into nanoparticles and spread on out. But you guys are luckier than we are here. Yeah, definitely condolences for your loss. We need peace. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, it's tough times though. Let's say tough times don't last, but tough people do. Now I'm not sure if I guess I'll last. It's gonna be hard to take me out because I'm doing so much of God's work that I don't think He's gonna let me go. I'm supposed to have a bunch of angels protecting me. Hope they protect me from that bad air. Yeah, but, you think about bombs and gangs and drugs and all that. but they freaking poison the air. And then what do? They freaking drop shit out of them drones and stuff. They're shooting missiles off down in the Pacific Palisades, man. I've seen missiles going through the smoke and stuff. You could hear them too, like when they have it on the news. You can hear all the explosions. Oh, that's a propane tank. No, it sounds a little bit too much to be a propane tank. But yeah, there's all kinds of explosions going off in LA. Yeah, Elon might buy TikTok. Somebody will probably buy it. Yeah, I can't believe you're yawning so much. I don't know what's going on. I never yawn so much. Hope I actually wake up when I go to sleep. Fallen Waters, what's up? It's good seeing you there. Haven't seen you in a while here. Well, glad you're worried about me. I'm worried about me too. This sucks. It's getting dangerous here. I was talking earlier on the show. I'm about to get my daughter and at least one horse out of here, maybe both horses. My son will be glad if I get Oliver out of here because my daughter will pay for him if I get him out of here. And right now he's costing me like $1,000 a month. And that's just like, my son doesn't think I should have Oliver. Well, happy birthday, Fallen Waters. Fallen Water. You must be about 30. Yeah, so I guess when's the inauguration on Monday? And then they're going to freeze Washington, D.C. out tomorrow. I heard they moved it inside. They had a bunch of chairs and everything set up for outside, but now it's going to be too cold, so they're moving it inside. So we'll see. Yeah, I can't believe this yawning thing. Excuse me, folks. I don't know what's going on with it. Boy, I'm worried. I'm worried about myself, man. I don't know. Somebody slipped me a Mickey or something. Got to backtrack what I did today. With Oliver. Huh. Drinking coffee too. I gotta drink some more. Coffee's all cold. Hockey venue. I don't watch hockey. I don't watch any sports. I don't watch TV. I don't do nothing like that. Although I am going to a motocross race tomorrow, I think. That'd be like my first sporting event. Well, I watched my daughter do sports. Like she played some volleyball and ran track. The jack wagon inside the inauguration. No, I didn't blow away. They just hacked my computers and stuff, and scrubbed my. They scrubbed me, but I didn't blow away. I just got scrubbed. That's why you got to be a subscriber to this channel. We all knew it was coming, and you guys subscribed. But yeah, Boat Rat Matt got scrubbed. So did Matt Kilrain. But Chief Blackbear's still here. And if you guys haven't joined God's White Knight's channel, you should subscribe to God's White Knight. And that's where I talk about the godly end of the battle. Like basically there's God's White Knight and there's God's Black Knight, who is Chief Blackbear. And so you guys all know how, Chief Blackbear gets involved in some of the dirty deeds, perhaps like doing the Moss Landing power plant fire. I'm not sure, but Chief Blackbear does some pretty dirty deeds. or God's Black Knight. But God's White Knight does not do dirty deeds. So if you and it's a God's White Knight is more of a 5D higher frequency Christ consciousness type channel, to where it's a higher vibration broadcast frequency than is Chief Blackbear. But I do double trouble, but Chief Blackbear has to elevate to do double trouble with God's White Knight, because I don't want any dirt on God's White Knight. It's a brand new channel. There's only like 37 subscribers. Channel's like 2 or 3 weeks old at the most, and it got like over 2,000 views so far with only 37 subscribers. These only have like 0 subscribers, and then like 15 of you joined. And now it's up to 37. But Chief Blackbear's got 170 subscribers, and I'm lucky to get 170 views in a month. Now it gets more than that. It gets like about 500 views in a month, maybe. But the good thing about Chief Blackbear is that, and all my graphs, they all go up. That's what I like about you guys, is that you actually watch the show. What YouTube wants, which are stupid for like dissing Chief Blackbear, what they want is people watching the show for like more than 5 seconds. Because with a lot of shows on YouTube, people click in and click out. But on the graphs, they're all going up with Chief Blackbear. Although somebody clicking out would be talking about the graphs, bragging about how people actually watch the show. Somebody clicks out. Might have been a troll, because there's not really too many trolls watching this show, though. But yeah, Chief Blackbear's channel is not as high of a frequency as God's White Knight, and God's White Knight kind of helps coach you how to get onto a higher frequency, how to live your life on a higher frequency. The theme is bridging the gap from 3D to 5D, and it wants to talk a lot about the Christ consciousness and stuff like that. And so on that channel, that's kind of the basis of what that channel is about. And been talking a lot about the Holy Spirit fire and the Great Awakening and the woke agenda and that kind of stuff. And the algorithms have been pretty good about promoting that channel to non-subscribers, and it's only got 37 subscribers, but like the shorts get like about 500 views maybe each. And they like Oliver. The algorithm really likes Oliver like more than me. And so like I did a show where it was Oliver but me talking, and they put it in front of 4,000 people. They don't put Chief Blackbear in front of anybody. Nobody gets to see it. But they put Oliver in front of 4,000 people, but only 200 and something clicked in. But they liked it. And the graph is real high on the people that clicked in. They all listened to what I had to say. But with Chief Blackbear, they never put Chief Blackbear in front of 4,000 people. Never. But they'll put Oliver in front of 4,000 people. They don't put me in front of no 4,000 people either. They just put Oliver in front of 4,000 people. So I did a video yesterday, a short of Oliver in the ocean at sunset. And I guess the people liked it quite a bit. Like a couple hundred, watched it. And there was like 18 likes or something like that, which is more than Chief Blackbear's got now. If you look at this show here, You guys have been watching the show for like over a half hour each, and there's only 18 of you, and there's only 9 likes. Oliver, in 1 minute, got 200 and something views and 18 likes. He got more likes than this show has people watching right now. So the algorithm, they'll put Oliver out there to be seen, but not me and not Chief Blackbear. But that's okay. Oliver's a lot better to look at. People like to look at Oliver. The algorithm likes Oliver. So you can God's White Knights channel, you get to see Oliver a lot more in the future because I want to promote that channel, and Oliver's the secret weapon to promote the channel. The people would rather look at Oliver than hear about God, than hear about Jesus, than hear about the Holy Spirit. They'd rather look at Oliver than hear about the Great Awakening. They'd rather look at Oliver than hear about the woke agenda. And that's the corner they're trying to box me into. They want you to get a niche and stick with it. Don't be talking about this and that and everything. Just become an expert at one thing is what they want you to do. So I guess I'm going to be an expert about talking about Oliver, horses, animals. But see, that's all part of the high vibe. You see, because as you guys all know, Oliver does raise the vibe. You just look at Oliver, man, and it makes you feel good. And you guys like hearing about Oliver. And so, you know, in reality, the algorithm can pick up on the fact that Oliver creates a higher vibration than all of us doing the chit chat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just looking at Oliver at the sunset in the ocean, splashing and acting all goofy the way he does, it makes you feel better than listening to me talking about Chief Blackbear blowing up the power plant and poisoning the air. I mean, think about it. Poisonous air is not a high vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not doing double trouble, because I don't want to dirty God's White Knight talking about poison air. You know what I'm saying? But tonight's show is about who poisoned the air. Was it Chief Blackbear or was it that freaking West Coast wizard? And that West Coast wizard ain't off the hook on this because he's up there, right there in the dang salad bowl. He's always bragging about it. So, Wizard, you ain't up there. I know, man. Where you at, Wizard? Why ain't you doing a show right now tonight? Jump out here and defend yourself, Wizard. You ain't working no construction. It's Friday night. Jump on your Telegram and let us know that you did not do the frickin' Monterey power plant job. Go ahead, Wizard. Pin it on the Chief. I'll bet they teamed up. I'll bet the Wizard and the Chief are on the same team and they did it together. Because it's probably more than a one-man job. Now, I don't personally know how to blow up a power plant, especially a lithium battery power plant. I know nothing about blowing up that shit. Excuse my French. But the Chief and the Wizard, they know how to do that stuff. I mean, they're both military and, they know all that bomb stuff and what. I don't know what they did. I don't know how to do it. But I'll bet it was them. Chief Blackbear and the West Coast Wizard. I wonder if the West Coast Wizard is going to be in a new Chief Blackbear book. I don't know. He kind of fits in a little bit. I mean, he's an outlaw. And he's a veteran. He's pretty tough. He can take a licking and keep kicking, I guess. But somebody stole his stuff and put it on YouTube. the wizard's real name, Axel Vasa, is what he goes by, is Axel Vasa. But the question is, I'm 84% positive I know who he really is. It's kind of like that shaman. 84% positive is a code, by the way. That was you falling water. That um, if you can crack the code, like think in reverse of 84% positive, like the opposite of positive is negative, and then 84 backwards is who I think the West Coast Wizard is, or Axel Voss, or whatever. But yeah, Axel, yeah, he's Axel Vasa, the King of Sweden, and Chief Blackbear is the King of the West. Now the question is Sweden a part of the West? Is Sweden in the East or the West? Where, I mean, I know Sweden's like up like Scandinavian and stuff. Yeah, H-Ray, you got it. That's the wizard, in my opinion. But I don't know nothing. No, not negative 29. H-Ray's got it. Where do you get the 29? You typing wrong? Put on a new mask and take on a new nickname. That's 84% positive. Yeah. Sometimes you can tell it's a mask. If you look around the eyes, man, you can see right in here, like the wrinkles go vertically. Yeah, motocross accident. Yeah, but who saw the dead body laid out next to the motorcycle? And where was who saw the funeral? Who went to the funeral? Like I don't buy the motocross accident. And why is the wizard swear so hard that I'm 84% positive he's dead? I mean, who even cares? I mean, why's the wizard got to push it so hard? Oh, he's dead. Get it through your head. He's dead. He's not coming back. He's gone. Why push the issue? But yeah, he gets up there and makes a bunch of trouble for himself. But he's always, even 84% positive did that. That's why he had to die, because he gets out there and says so much stupid stuff. JD Vance has a fake mask. There's a lot being said about JD Vance, that he ain't that trusted. You guys tell me in the chat room, H. Ray, P. Miller, Fallen Water, We Need Peace. Do you guys trust JD Vance? Does anybody trust JD Vance? Joni, tell me you guys tell me what you guys think about JD Vance, because I'm getting the drift that he's not very trusted. Pence 2.0. Okay. We Need Peace, don't trust him. Anybody else want to weigh in on JD Vance? It's like, I don't see anybody trusting him. I don't know what he's doing there. But I think Vance is trusted about as much as Elon. And then I think that Urge Kafir is trusted, though, believe it or not. Do you guys trust Urge Kafir? Spell that backwards. RJKFR. Do you guys trust him? RJKFR. Anybody tell me in the chat room if they trust RJKFR? I've been following him for a long time. I was totally on Team Kennedy for a long time until he supported P Mert. But he got a job. At least he got a job. Yeah, I'm not so sure I'd want Vance to step in. Yeah, I'm not nobody trusts him. So I'm not going to trust him if nobody else does. I mean, I don't know anybody that trusts Vance. So he's wearing a mask. Yeah, so I guess coming up Monday's the big day. If it happens, like I'm not convinced that it's gonna go as planned. Elon wears a Vance mask. I don't know. No, they say on the like the Galactic Federation type folks, they say that Elon, started out being evil and they did him and cloned him. And so his clone is supposed to be good. Like the white hats took out Elon and cloned him. Paul Walker is Paul Walker alive? I just watched the Fast and Furious like the other night with my daughter. My ex-wife used to crush on Paul Walker. My daughter says, "Oh, it's because he's got blue eyes." Oh, maybe that's why my ex-wife liked me. Yeah, but they say Elon got cloned and into a good clone. But you know what, folks? I'm looking at the clock and it says 107 on it, and I've been real good at shutting the show down at 107. And then they always change it to 106 or 108. I'm gonna go ahead and get it shut down at 107. So you guys have a good night. We got 1711. I get it shut down. Got to go. Good night.